Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to your Fielder's Choice DFS Pre-Lock Live for Tuesday night. I'm trying to get situated again from college football back to baseball. Pete Cole here, running solo. Welcome. Big site tonight. 14 games, I believe. So we had a good night last night, especially our GBPs. I said in the article, stacked Astros, and I did, and we did really well. Actually, I've had probably one of my biggest scores of the year, like 231, I think it was 234 with the Astros stack. So let's hit it again tonight. It's a big slate. So what else we got going on in Fielder's Choice? $25 a month, the first 2 months. For new subscribers, we cover every pretty much our specialty, especially now with showdowns going on. With college football and NFL, we cover all that tonight. What we got going on? We have WNBA tonight. There's showdown tonight. Walter, I know they're waiting on. Actually, they're waiting on Lamps come out. DK was lagging on that, so I'm not sure if he actually has content out. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think he did because they only got their prices just came out a little while ago. But there's WNBA tonight. What else we got beside MLB college football? Thursday night we have a showdown. Louisiana against Ohio. We'll have a write-up on that. Walt's got that. Tomorrow night, we have a show for college football and Canadian football. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Thursday night, we have a show for college football, 9 p.m., which will be for the Saturday main slate. So a lot of college football coming up, plus NFL. We have the Thursday night football showdown. I'll have that. Right up on that. These guys here, Devin, Mike Miz, and John Moffa have Wednesday. They are recording a show, kind of a fun preview for NFL Week 2. So that'll be out on demand. A lot going on. Golf this Thursday, I guess. Fortnite Championship. So, but we're here for MLB. Let's have a good slate tonight. A lot of games, a lot of pitching, a lot of hitting. But once again, check us out, yourfielderschoice.com. We cover everything, especially the small sports, and we crush the small sports. Just today, I just saw in a winning lineup room, actually soccer. One of our subs came in fourth in a sweeper, $200, came in first in the UCL set piece, $3 entry, $200. Not bad there. So congratulations to Mighty Hams. I seen Tony Hoyos did something well too. I seen he had some winning slate for soccer. So they did real well in soccer, it looks like today, UCL. So let's keep it going. MLB. So let's start tonight with weather report. I don't think there's like any major weather issues from what I've seen. Let me just see if I can update it quick. If Kevin Roth has anything. They're talking about the Detroit game. That's early slate. You don't have to worry about that. So right now, yeah, just a White Sox game, 3 white showers, nothing to worry about. The Oakland Royals game, nothing to worry about. So weather, boom. No worry about weather pitching. Cool. Vegas. Looking at Vegas round for implied runs. The Yankees had the highest implied runs of the night, 6.3. Only team over 6 runs. That's because they're playing in Baltimore, in Camden Yards, which is a hitter's park, against Alexander Wells, who's a gas can, and the Orioles bullpen, probably the worst bullpen in the major leagues. Terrible bullpen, 6.3 implied. The Yankees are going to be very chalky. Highest implied total of the night. Beside them, the White Sox, 5.7. And you look at the White Sox stack, and they're pretty cheap beside Grandal. So they're pretty decent stack to use. Eloy Jimenez is cheap. Luis Robert is cheap. Even Abreu is under 5K. So White Sox at 5.7. You got Houston. So I said it did really well. 5.4. They haven't moved. The Phillies against the Cubs, 5.3. And then the Dodgers, 5.3. A couple sneaky stacks, actually. And we can probably get into that later, though. I was looking at some BBPs earlier. Is both that Astro game, Astros and Rangers. There's a bunch of Rangers that hit Greinke really well. And then, of course, there's a bunch of Astros hitting Jordan Lyle as well. So if you want a sneaky game stack, throw a game stack together of the Astros and the Rangers. The Rangers will come very cheap for you. Good. The Giants line did this drop. They just put in the chat room. If you have any questions, hit the chat room. I'll try to answer them, or the admin will. And I'm glad because I've been waiting on the Giants lineup because I do like the Giants tonight. We'll get into that. Then we do stacks in a second. But they're one of my favorite stacks, actually. So let's see if there's anything crazy. I don't see the Giants yet. No, I do see it. Never mind. Okay, so Wade is betting cleanup. I like Wade tonight. My like belt bat in second. So okay. So back to Vegas. Top favorites right now, far and away. Garrett Cole's pitch tonight minus 327. He's actually up. Opened at 286. Now he's live at minus 327. Money line, big favorite. Cole is gonna be your main SP1. He's gonna be popular. Just run him. So beside that, White Sox are popular, minus 263 as a main favorite. Then the Dodgers minus 245. The Phillies and Gibson at minus 205, and then you get the Astros 201. They're all the teams at minus 200 or higher. So the Yankees are the biggest favorite of the night, and then the White Sox, and then the Dodgers. All right, get all that stuff out of the way, all that nonsense. Now let's get into pitching. Our cheat sheet has been updated just a few minutes ago. So let me update it. And you guys that are premium members that are watching, just grab the cheat sheets. I'm kind of going to refer to that as we're talking. I'm going to try to get through this so we have plenty of time to make lineups tonight. So right now, as of 3 or 4 minutes ago, Garrett Cole is your top projected ownership, actually on DK at 40%. So you're running DK, Cole's your SP1 in cash. Now on FanDuel, though, interesting because Cole is not projected as the highest owner right now. Kyle Gibson at 8, and I'm a huge Kyle Gibson guy. Back and forth on him today, though, because the season's going on. Gibson, he's a veteran, knows how to pitch, but he's had a couple of rough games. So he's one of those guys. I mean, the game against Miami 2 games ago, he ended up -2. Same thing against Milwaukee. He was both games in a road, though. But he's actually had a really good season. I'm glad. As I said, I'm a Kyle Gibson guy. I love him as a pitcher, but I'm not sure if I can go him in cash tonight. But once again, he's in a decent matchup with the Cubs, who pretty much rolled over. But the Cubs can surprise you, though. So Hitters Park, though, in Philly, wouldn't blown out. So Gibson is your highest projected ownership on FanDuel. Beside that, Eric Fetty and Garrett Cole are both at 16%. Gibson at 18%. So pretty much they're all the same. Cole, Fetty, and Gibson. So first of all, Cole, just to get Garrett Cole out of the way, said he's your number 1, huge favorite against Baltimore. We just said the odds. He's come in highest money line on the night. He did have the hamstring issue. He left the last game early. He wasn't pitching well that game, and said I watched almost every Yankee game. I watched that. He didn't look right. Was it because of the hamstring? I don't think so. I mean, so obviously something could have been bothering him, but he looked bad. He got pulled, and now he's actually on a little bit extra rest too. So I think he's ready to go. I'm rolling him as my cash. This guy's averaging almost 27 DK points over his last 10 starts. And that's including that dud, the last game, where I think it was like 4 or 5 points. Beside that last game, where he threw the dud, where he pulled his hamstring, he's been back to the old Garrett Cole. No, that was against Toronto too. Beside that, though, let me see. He struck out 15 Angels before that, over 7 innings, and he's still striking out 12.31 batters per 9. So Cole's your one. I would even roll him in FanDuel. Me personally, there is probably a difference between Cole 11-4 and Gibson. Is a $3,000 difference. I get it. If you can make a better lineup on the FanDuel with Gibson roll, but I still like Cole. SB2 now. Now, this is where I may differ from ownership projections. So they have changed a little bit. So we have 2 pitchers over 30% now on DK. We got Eric Fetty for Washington and Gibson for Philadelphia. So Fetty, I don't know. He's worth a look. Let me see his last 10 games. Let me pull Fetty up because I can't see using Eric Fetty in cash. Yes, it's the Marlins. Fetty's not a strikeout pitcher, but the Marlins do kind of strike out a lot. Last game against Atlanta, he did have 16 DK points, 7 strikeouts, which ain't bad. Before that, he was -3. Before that, he had 7 points against the Mets. To me, it's trying to use at your own risk. If anything, I would probably lean Luzardo for Miami on the other side of that game. He actually is pitching much better. I think Luzardo's a really talented pitcher. I mean, he's now got 3 straight outings of 3 earned runs or less. Washington doesn't hit. They've pretty much rolled over. 2 of those 3 struck out 8. I mean, he does have control issues, which he always has. Walked 4 batters last time out, but he's pitching better. If you want to go with the ownership, you want to go with the chalk, it looks like it would be Fetty or Gibson as your SP2. Gibson is Gibson is now your 3rd highest favorite. He opened up the morning as your 2nd highest favorite. In Chicago, he's going against Cubs. The Cubs are kind of a skeleton crew right now, but I don't think he's as good right now as that low 3 ERA shows him right now. He is reasonable price at 8-1. I understand that. I get that. So it's a tough one. I'm a Gibson guy. I'm afraid of Gibson tonight in the pitcher's park against the Cubs, who can wake up every now and then and get a bunch of hitters going. Their lineup tonight is they got Ian Happ, who's on fire. Contreras ain't a bad pitcher, a hitter. Ortega. I don't know. It's a coin toss. I don't like either of them. Probably I probably consider Fetty as probably the top value, I guess. But to me, it's just GPP only. Honestly, my favorite, I got 2 other favorite pitchers, and they're not showing a lot of ownership right now on projections. And pretty much our projections are the same as anybody else in the industry. Nathan Eovaldi's Red Sox. I think Eovaldi is, and I'm not a Red Sox guy, but I think Eovaldi right now is one of the best pitchers in baseball, the way he's been pitching. He has, since the second half, since the All-Star break, and he's been facing a hell of a lot tougher competition than what he's going to face tonight. He hasn't walked more than 2 batters in a game since June 9th. He's up to 30% strikeout rate since the All-Star break. He's throwing almost 7 innings every game, 6 or 7, and he's getting decent strikeouts. So we all know he's not Garrett Cole. But I think in cash, personally, I think to me, Eovaldi is almost my SP2. I was on him against Tampa Bay, and it's an even better matchup today than the Tampa Bay game, which he looked good. So right now, I'm looking at Eovaldi against Seattle as my 2. If not, where else would I go? I would probably run to Frankie Montes. And I like Montes. I don't like the Frankie Montes' price. Well, he's 10K. Eovaldi's 9.6. Montes now his last 11 games he's been outstanding. He's got 2.1 ERA, 2.35 FIP. Struck out 32% of the batters. And that's pretty much, if you're going to translate that, that's 11 strikeouts per start. And the Royals are not hitting right now. They only have an 85 WRC plus in September. So Montas is in a really good spot. So I think Montas and Eovaldi are in great spots. So why take a chance on an Eric Fetty, who we've seen us totally get shit canned, or Kyle Gibson, who was great earlier this year, but you can definitely tell in his metrics numbers that he's slowed down. This is where I may go different than what the chalks is and go with one Eovaldi / Frankie Montes. I know people like Giolito tonight, but probably Giolito's dealing with hamstring issues. And if you look at the last few starts where the White Sox are pulling they're pulling their pitchers early. So I would expect the same thing to happen tonight with Giolito, especially when he's got the hamstring issue. So to me, Giolito is more of a GBP play, and only I wouldn't expect to see Giolito more than 4 or 5 innings. All right, so GBP only. Who else we got? That's it. So you got to pretty much, I would probably rank him Cole 1, Eovaldi 2, is for cash, Montas 3, and then probably Kyle Gibson / Fetty. This is the way that's the way I'm personally looking at him. I think, with Cole and Eovaldi, you're going to pay 19, 20.3, 20,000, 2,300 instead of like 18 to like 19K for Gibson and Cole. But I think there's enough value tonight where you can get it, enough punts where we can roll it. All right, so that's where I'm going pitching, and that's it. Because Luzardo, I kind of like GBP only. I'm actually gonna, I might game stack that pitching for some GBPs, Luzardo and Fetty, and get some big bats, maybe a couple GBPs. But that is it. And I said I would have been all over Giolito, but I'm worried though about the hamstring, and the White Sox are not stretching their guys out right now. They're pulling them early. So, all right, that's pitching. Let's go around the bases. Cheat sheet is out, like I said. Catching, if you have all the money in the world and you want to use it, it's Yasmani Grandal. Grandal is right now, he's on fire as a catcher. As the White Sox line up out, I'm assuming that I heard Timmy Anderson's back tonight, going up against the lefty. Yep, Timmy Anderson's back leading off, but Robert is now dropped down to like 6th. But you got Grandal clean up today, on fire. Let me see. Since he came out the IL 13 games ago, he's had 6 bombs. He has a WOBA ISO combination over 1. So great price. I mean, great play at 5-1. Great GPP play, especially if you want to stack the White Sox. The White Sox are cheap tonight. With Luis Robert is cheap. Eloy Jimenez is cheap. Brew's fairly cheap at first base. So to me, Reynolds had more of a GPP play, but he's definitely a top catcher at that position. I don't like catching tonight beside that though, so I'm probably going to end up punting it. Kyle Higashioka for the Yankees is going to be popular at 3.9. I still think Higashioka is. I think 3.9 is too expensive for Higashioka, personally. And I watch Higashioka all the time. You do want to see him against a lefty, which is Wells, in a hitter's park like Camden. I still think 3.9 is still kind of high for a guy that's hitting 110 over the last week, 210 over the last month, 3 homers last month. I mean, Higashioka can lose one. This would be the night he would, but I think 3.9 is high. So, but he probably will be a little popular in cash. The cheat sheet is going to show us him at 15%. So he's a popular catcher. I'm probably dropping all the way down to Andrew Knapp at 2K at 12%. That's almost $2,000 cheaper in Higashioka. Knapp does have a little bit of pop. He can go over 4, of course he can. But Hitter's Park going up against Adrian Sampson for the Cubs, who's a gas can. Knapp's a switch hitter, so he gets the platoon advantage. He just much of a hitter. So Knapp, I think Knapp's first came back in a while, but he does have pop, so I'm taking a chance at him. Any other great plays? Will Smith. Anytime Will Smith against the righties in play, he is 4.7, a little bit cheaper than Grandal. 280 ISO, 414 WOBA. So Smith is always a great play. Should be batting 5th or 6th. And this probably, I'm not going crazy on catch day. I'm probably going all the way down to Andrew Knapp. If not, then pay up for like a Grandal or a Will Smith. Unless you're stacking the Yankees, which I do have a couple stacks, then you throw Higashioka in there, especially if you're going to do a bottom stack or wrap around for the Yankees. That's it. I'm not spending money on catching. Especially if you got Cole, especially if you're running Cole and Eovaldi, you can't. All right, first base. Right now, Luke Voigt is looking at on our projection as the highest owned for cash at 17%. So we like the Yankees in Camden. Voigt's batting 5th against Wells. Yeah, he is a good spot, 3.8. I don't put him in my top plays. He should be in there, actually. I don't know how I missed that, but Voigt is a good play at 3.8. But there's other ways you can go. I mean, you could drop all the way down to Lewin Diaz. Use him last night in some cash. He's only like 2K. He does get the splits advantage. He does have power. You might catch him. He's probably more popular than we're showing right now. So Diaz is your punt at catcher. First base, if you want to go other places. Brad Miller, I think, is a really good spot for Philadelphia tonight. Miller's batting 5th against the righty Sampson. He's got a 130 WRC plus 250 ISO against righties. Miller, I think, is a great play at 3.6. Top play is Max Muncy. Kind of let people down last night. I was lucky as I went with Goldie at BVP. A lot of people want Muncy, but another great spot tonight against Luke Weaver. My favorite probably play at first base tonight is Belt. Now that Belt makes the starting lineup. Before I go run my own thought, Belt. Yep, he's batting second. So Belt, I think if you have the money, Belt's your top play. Dollar for dollar, pound for pound. Belt's got hits in 11 of his last 13 for 327 average. He's got bombs now in 3 straight games. And he's going up against a gas can and Jake Arrieta. Jake Arrieta now is allowing a 321 average, 551 slugging, and 2.1 homers per 9 to left-handed batters. So I think point per dollar, Belt is your play at first base. Ohtani is going up against Giolito, but he's going to get the White Sox bullpen. 6'4", a lot of money, man. GVP. Vlad against Rasmussen, 6'2", though. If you're pitching Cole, it's going to be tough to get him. But you want to play Vlad against righties, so he's in great play. Abreu is down to 4.2, but he's not hitting. He's hitting 180 over the last week. 280 over the last month is not bad. It's only 5 home runs. So Abreu's playable at definitely at 4.2, but I just think the way Belt's sitting at 4.4, you got to go Belt. I mean, 332 ISO, 398 WOBA against righties. Arrieta says give him 415 WOBA, 321 average to lefty bats. Belt's the play at first base if you had the money. If not, I'd probably drop all the way down and use a kid from Miami or Miller. Use Mlb Dfs. Or I keep forgetting about Voit at 3.8, but what's Voit 3.8? That's gonna be a tough call. I still think Belt's in a better spot. Voit is just not. We see Voigt's is now 0 for his last 5, 1 for his last 6, 2 for 7. Voigt's not hitting. Once again, great hit environment. So if you want to go with the chalky play, with the poppy play, it'd be Voit. If not, Brandon Belt. I like Belt a lot tonight. Chris Duffy saying Abreu will beat Belt. Okay, Chris, go ahead. You play Abreu tonight, Chris. I'll play Belt. We'll see what happens. Abreu's price is 4.2. That's an elite price, but maybe get us a hit now and then. Well, he was 3 games ago. He had a home run, but beside that, now let me see. 1 out of his last 4, 1 out of his last 5. He hasn't done shit since September 4th when he had that 23-point game. I don't know why he didn't have a home run that game. 3 hits and a double. So Belt's a streaky hitter. When he gets home runs, he hits them in bunches. He's like a Brett Gardner and better, but maybe get 4 for 4. So, Chris, you play Abreu, I'll play Belt. We'll see what happens. All right, second base. Second base tonight, popularity-wise for cash projections. Right now, the highest projected second baseman is Trey Turner and DJ LeMahieu on DK, both about the same, around 14, 15%. To me, I'm going to try to get the Trey at 5.4. I think Trey's in a good spot tonight. I think he's a top second baseman. Plus, he's 6 for 8 against Luke Weaver. Now, DJ is in a good spot. Once again, in Camden. All these Yankees are popular. But how many times we played Yankees when they're popular in a game like Camden Yards, and it's the 5th inning, and they got 1 hit, and everybody's bitching. So just keep that in the back of your mind. But DJ at 4.2 is in a good spot. Very good spot. Tommy Listell, I think at 2.9. I think Tommy Listell is your top cash play, 2.9. Lead off tonight. He is, right? Yeah, leading off tonight at 2.9. All these Giants are in a really, really good spot tonight. All these Giants. So Listella is not the greatest hitter, but I'll take him at 2.9. I'll take him at 2.9 in that spot because that area is a gas can. Listella, he lost one in Coors, so 2.9. I think Chisholm's top play, like I said. I think Chisholm's in a great spot. You can get you a steal. Who else did I write up today? I wrote up Javier Baez, hits in 7 of his last 9. Brandon Lowe allows 5K. Altuve had a great game last night. I used them. To me, though, I think if you're playing cash, you either go up to Trey Turner at 5.4 or drop all the way down on Listella at 2.9. I'm in for a little Listella. That can give me some other bigger bats, but they're both in good spots. Probably Baez is probably more of a GBP play, but the way he's been hitting right now, he's hitting 471 over his last 9, 3 home runs over his last 9. So, but to me, it's Turner or down to Listella. And if you look at our projections, it's Turner or DJ. All right, third base. Bregman's your top play. He's my top play. Alex Bregman. Anytime Alex Bregman is 4.2, you freaking play him. I don't care who's pitching, who they're playing. But Alex Bregman at 4.2 is a lock for me. And even though Justin Turner is like 4.8, I think Turner's in a great spot. But Jordan Lyles the gas can. Bregman now is hitting 500 in the last week. He's hitting 500, 3 homers, 10 RBIs. Hit one last night. I love Bregman. I'm playing him. If you don't want to play Bregman, I said you go up to Justin Turner. Turner's a good spot tonight. Urshela's going to be popular because he's in Camden, but Urshela at 3, Urshela's 3.5, not bad. Just, okay, not a bad price. Yohan Moncada, 3.7 isn't a bad price. But to me, I can't be my arm twisted. It's Alex Bregman. There's a top play there. Kyle Seager, don't sleep on Seager, especially for GBP tonight. 5 for 10 lifetime against Eovaldi. So I'm probably going to use Eovaldi, but if you're not using Eovaldi, you can run Seager out there, and Seager gets splits advantage also because Seager's a lefty hitter. So 5 for 10 against Eovaldi. Nice BVP. Adalberto Mondesi, but he's going up against Montes. So I like Montes, so GBP only. So never mind. Alex Bregman, then Justin Turner, and then maybe like my third favorite would probably like, I guess, Gio at 3.5. Deshaun Thompson's asking, Gallo or Yastrzemski, are you asking for cash or GPP? It's a good question, actually. We'll get to outfield 1 second. Let's hit shortstop quick, and then we'll hit it. So shortstop, Timmy Anderson's back tonight. He crushes lefties his whole career, 15% at 4.6, great spot. I think Corey Seager, though, if you're going to go anywhere at shortstop tonight, you play Corey Seager. Anytime Corey Seager's 4.2, this is cash. That's elite. I mean, he's got hits in 8 of his last 11, with a 371 average, sit in the middle of that offense. Seager's a great play. Anderson is a good play. Fernando Tatis now is back, shortstop eligible for DK. Procedure pay up. I don't think you can get there tonight in cash. A couple other plays. Gleyber Torres is a Oriole killer in Camden. So you can play Torres. He's going to be popular. And then a sneaky play is the kid for Texas, Isaiah Kiner Falefa. I like that play also. He's 7.15 lifetime against Greinke. So these Rangers have some really cool BBPs against Greinke. They're going to be very, very low owned in GBPs. All right. So our projections are telling us about Timmy Anderson or Seager. To me, and I'm a huge Timmy Anderson fan, so she gets lefty. But anytime Corey Seager is 4.2, you play him against Arizona. Lock Corey Seager in against Luke Weaver. Boom. Seager's batting cleanup. He's a lefty. Luke Weaver's a righty. Lock him in. Okay, so outfield. You're asking about that's a good question. I think cash. Gallo's gonna be popular. Probably Yastrzemski is probably in a better spot against Arrieta. So let me see. So Yastrzemski against Arrieta, he's got the platoon advantage. 283 ISO this year against righties. Arrieta gets crushed by lefties. Yastrzemski is hitting a little bit better. He's at 260 over the last week. I mean, he had a home run his last game against the Padres. So for GBP, I would probably say Yastrzemski, and I would actually do a giant stack. I like Wade too bad cleanup. So I would definitely do like a Belt, Yastrzemski, Wade, something GBP. So GBP, yeah, I would say Yastrzemski. And then you go, I mean, to me, Gallo's a GBP player, but he's been very chalky this year. In Camden Yards, though. So Gallo is catching the ownership. So yeah, Gallo's your cash, Yastrzemski your GBP. I love these Giants tonight. I think the Giants are in a great position to stack. All right, so there's so many outfielders, and we can't go through all of them. Your top plays tonight, Harper's in a great spot. Aaron Judge, great spot. Yordan Alvarez in a great spot. Judge is going to be your popular play. The Yankees, all 3 Yankees are going to be popular. Gallo, Judge, and Stanton are all popular. Tonight in cash. I may get maybe one of them in my lineup. I think all of them probably Judge probably be the best. Who else we got? Chas McCormick is playing, and Chas McCormick's got a weird BVP, and I think he's got 5 at bats. He's 3 for 5 with 2 home runs off Lyles. So tonight you can actually pay down though. So many great plays. Luis Robert is in the mid 4s. great spot. Elway Jimenez, like 3-7. You know, he's not hitting. But Jimenez is going to be popular. He's a smash, great spot against Naughton. Jimenez is a good play. Lourdes Gurriel is probably my favorite outfielder. Him and T.O. are both totally crushing, and people don't even realize it. Gurriel now got hits at 15 of his last 17 for 407 batting average with 5 home runs. All right, and T.O. Somehow I left T.O. off my top plays, but T.O. is all I gotta do is look at T.O.'s logs, and you'll see how T.O. is totally crushing. They're playing in Toronto tonight. So Andy's, I do have some lines with Gurriel and T.O. together, but T.O. batting 5th against Rasmussen. So let me see his last. Look at his logs: 21, 36, 23, 19. Then he had a 2. If I did one day, I played him. Then 15, 14, 5, and 23. So I probably play him on nights he had 2 and 5. But T.O.'s rocking. So many great plays in the outfield, though. I mean, you just be smart about it. You can actually Seth Beer for Arizona. I think he's a sneaky player. He's like minimum price. He's 4 for 9 with a home run this season. So GVP though, I love Lane Thomas against Luzardo. He's only 2.9. Ian Happ crushing the ball right now. Lamonte Wade crushing the ball. He's batting cleanup. So a lot of great plays. Altuve or Bergman GPP. Roll Bergman because of the home run threat. If you get them both in, you get them both in. That's why I won last night. Altuve and Bergman together. I also listed Hunter Renfro. He's going up against a lefty with the Javier Anderson, and he's batting 2nd. He's got 9 bombs on the year against lefties. So I think probably Hunter Renfro is probably more of a GPP play, but he's definitely in play. All right, so any questions on the outfielders? I said there's so many of them. I mean, look at our cheat sheet. Our cheat sheet now is showing you Judge, Stanton, Gallo, Jimenez, all the top plays. You can't go wrong. Michael Conforto sneaking up there at 12%. He's probably his last year of the Mets. So you want to play him? I think he's probably more of a GPP play, but some really good plays tonight though in outfield. You really can't go wrong. Just be smart about it. All right, so just kind of give you a recap like of my top plays. Catcher, I'm going to drop Dolly down to a nap. If not, you got like a Will Smith or in the middle, Higashioka. First base, I love Belt. Muncie's your top play, or go all the way down to the kid from Miami, who's minimum priced. Second base, I love Trey. I'm probably gonna use Estella because he's so cheap. Third base, to me, it's all about Alex Bregman, but Turner's in play. Kyle Seager, a little bit of a BBP. Oh, I didn't even mention Evan Longoria, but did Longoria make the lineup? Longoria did. All right, so don't have to worry about Longoria. And then shortstop, Corey Seager, I think, is mispriced at 4.2. If you want to play Timmy against lefty, go ahead. Isaiah Kiner Falefa, sneaky play. All right, so that's it. My stacks. Giants, I love. Astros, I like. I said I'm going to do a game stack of Rangers and Astros because both lineups hit the other pitcher. That's a really. If you look at the BBPs for the Astros and Rangers, they're both pretty cool. I said Falefa's got a really nice one. Adolis has got one. Devin is here just mentioned the Altuve Bregman. So a lot of BBPs in that Astro Ranger game. So check it out. All right, any questions? I know I'm moving kind of fast here, but it's 6:40. Got lineups to make. But if you have any questions, I'll stay here all night. But if nothing, okay, let's do price picks. The people that do price picks, code YFC. If you're new to it, let me see if there's any new ones that have popped out. If you look at my I liked a lot of the pitching tonight. I have in my article, I have Giolito. I may have to nix that one. I have Giolito over 7.5 Ks. But I said, if you look at the way they've been using their pitching lately, these guys aren't lasting. Rodon isn't lasting. Not lasting more like 4 or 5 innings. Giolito probably should be the under on that one. I think I made a mistake there. Nathan Eovaldi or 6.5 Ks, definitely. T.O. over 0.5 runs RBIs over. Gibson over 5.5 Ks. I would take that one. I'd probably take Stroman over 5. Yeah. I'm even take Alex Wells over 3.5 Ks. He only needs 4 Ks against the Yankees. He'll strike out. I would probably even take Alex Wells on the over. All right. Any other questions? No. I guess that's probably it. Look at the cheat sheet. It'll be updated once more. Like I make a decision. I keep forgetting about Voit at first base, Voit or Belt. I think they're both in great plays. Any questions? I will update the core or add a core to my article when I get off. And I guess that's it. Good luck. Tomorrow night is Wednesday, 9 p.m. Canadian football CFL / Thursday night showdown college show. And then Thursday night, 9 p.m. is a college football show for Saturday's main slate on here on YouTube Live. If not, that's it. Thank you, John Maffa, our producer. Appreciate it. And we are out of here till tomorrow.
Oh, shit.